Forward, number 37, Dash Newfield. On defense, number 48, Alexander Glover. And on defense, number 77, Jake Weston. The Kings are coached by Craig Riley, assistant coaches Ethan Hiscott, Cole Elliott, and Will Roach. Starting lineups for the Cape Breton Jets, in goal number 35, Alex Torringos. Also starting for the Jets, center, number 7, Crocker Lee. On the left wing, number 19, Hudson Crawley. On the right wing, number 18, Cashin Morrison. On defense, number 4, Zach McIntyre. And also on defense, number 6, Stefan Pavard. Head coach for the Cape Breton Jets is Jim Head, and assistant coach Justin Durrell.
Welcome into the number 2 Sport and Wellness Center. My name is Jeff McIntyre for High Button Sports. Excited to bring you an under 16 AAA matchup between the Kings Hockey Club and the hometown Cape Breton Jets. Just going to pass you off to the PA announcer and O Canada, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats as we listen to O Canada.
This is the first matchup between these two clubs this season. First of 2 this weekend, so be set for a rematch tomorrow at 10:30. Starting goalies for this afternoon's game for the Kings Hockey Club is Nate Bolivar, number 29, and in goal for the Jets is number 35, Calix Tornius. Just about ready to get things kicked off here. Referees just doing a little bit of final work on the netting. Jets control it off the draw. Crawley with it, fires it down behind Bolivar's goal. He thinks about coming out to stop it, but quick pass to the wing connects. And the Kings come with speed back the other way. Puck's dumped down into the Jet zone. McIntyre first on it. Tries to play it across to his deep partner LeBlanc, but that's cut off. Kings keeping it at the line. Chance to get it out from LeBlanc. Quick shot on goal, just wide of the post. Rebound was not able to be corralled by Tornitas. Pass back to the point, cut off by Crawley. Crawley back the other way. Tries to get the line, puts it into the center, just inside the feet of the rushing Jets player, and it'll be sent over the glass and out. Colton Butters had a chance at that pass from Crawley. but it was into his skates. Both teams will go for a quick change early in this one. Face-off's controlled. Here's Black at the point for the Jets. Plays it down to the half wall, into the middle. Quick shot, big save, rebounds there. Shot just chipped over the far post by Phillips. Sent around the wall. Phillips will be first to it. He leaves it go to the point. Chipped by McDonald. Odd man rush coming the other way for the Kings. Quick shot on goal, high and over the net. Rims all the way around. Kept in at the far point by Corkum. Played down. Cole plays it into the middle, but that's a swing and a miss there by the Kings player in the slot. Couple of good chances for both teams. It's chipped out to center. Here's Smith McNeil with it for the Jets. Gains the line. Weak shot wide of the net. Into the corner. Corkum has it. Rolls off a check from Ward. And it's played down. Into the middle. Back forward is Simmons. He has his pocket pick, but does well to battle it back. And loses it again, but regains it again. Good shift from Simmons. He takes a bit of a hit there, and it's dumped into the cross corner. And the Jets will go for a change. Kings with it now. Amaro leaves it there. Stretch pass connects, but rolls off the stick. And that's played into center ice area, but the Kings have a man stuck deep inside the zone. They'll have to tag up. Big stretch pass to Jackman. Just nicks off his stick, and it'll go down the ice. Icing's waved off. Stevens plays it around for Jador. Jador, stretch pass, knocked down there, but chopped out of the zone. And fired right back down by the Kings. Tornidas comes out to stop it, but can't get a stick on it. Penny, battling along the boards, chips it by his man, shot from the point, off the blocker of Tornidas, and he'll hold for a whistle. .17:34 remaining in the first. Both teams off to a bit of a quick start. McIntyre chips it off the side of the goal. Played around the net. Reversed by Jador. Plays it hard around the boards. Penny's there for the Jets. He'll chip it off the boards and out. It gets by number 43, Cade Romaine, but he gets a stick on it before the onrushing Jet can get a play on the puck. Here's Penny. Back from McIntyre. McIntyre plays it off the boards. Glove down there. Into the zone come the Kings. Back to the point. Romaine across to Siderik. Siderik shoots. Glove saved there by Tornidas with a man in front. He does well to look around the screen and find that puck with the glove. Faceoff's won by the Jets. Played around for Colin McDonald. He'll have to pick it up on the half wall. His chip is kept in. Dump in actually bounces off his skate, and it's played out to center by Francis. First on, it's Glover for the Kings. He spins it off, gets it to Chisholm. Chisholm takes it back inside his own zone, but he gets away with it. Here's Black with it in his own zone. Plays it up to Simmons. Simmons pass through the middle, doesn't connect with Francis, and it'll dribble down the ice. Big stretch pass is fanned on. Potential odd man rush here. Quick shot. Big save by Bolivar. Oh, they score! Pardon me. Bolivar reacted as if he had it, but it must have been lying right behind him. And Cole Simmons, I believe, went hard to the net and banged it in to give the Jets a 1-0 lead. 16:23 left in the first period. Francis with the hard shot. Simmons cashed in the rebound. And that face-off's done unfairly. To do it again. Having a bit of a hard time getting this face-off down. And the third time's the charm. Kings have it. Here's Glover. Plays up the wing. Connects with Chisholm. Chisholm back to Glover. He makes one man miss. has Foss McDonald on him. The stretch pass connects with Chisholm.
Scored by number 17.
Rolls off his stick. And Black will pick it up there. Plays it hard around, but that's kept in by Grancelli. And he'll play it back down behind the net. Pass is rimmed up along the boards. Kept in at the point by Corkum. His shot blocked in front. And that's played hard off the boards where Amaro will pick it up. Tries to play it back for Corkum. That pass misses, but he'll regather. Two Jets on Amaro, and he is knocked down hard, but the pass does get away. Almost picked off at the blue line, but back the other way, 2-on-2. Quick shot off the stick and into the glass. And the rebound picked up behind the net by Foss McDonald of the Jets. He passes it off to McDonald. That's Colin McDonald, and that'll just get outside the line. Kings with good possession here, but can't generate a whole lot on goal at the moment. Puck's left there behind the net for Pemberton. His pass doesn't quite reach its target. Big hit down low. And the Jets will reverse play. Here's Cashin Morrison. Plays it ahead. Just deflected off the Kings player Corkum at center. Crawley in hard on him. And the puck will come free for Morrison. He chops it behind the net, but no Jet can pick that pass up. And the Kings will break out the other way. Here's LeBlanc. Can't pick it up cleanly, and it's chipped back into the neutral zone. Here's Amaro. Smooth skating defenseman. Passes it across to his D partner into the middle. That's Lively. Makes a nice move, and that's dumped down into the Jets' end. Tornitas stops it there. Stevens battling with his man down low. And that's just flipped down the ice by the Jets. No one's going to reach that one. Icing is the call. Off the draw, Jets control. Parker Lee picks it up. He's hooked from behind and knocked down. No call on the play. Pemberton takes it off a stick, or skate rather, and a quick shot by Cole is off the blocker of Tornitas and high up into the air. Kept in by the Kings yet again. Puck's down into the corner. Malik Stevens tries to spin off Cole. Knocks him to the ground. Centering pass off a body, never does get to the net. Here's Hudson Crawley of the Jets back the other way. Stepped up on there by Sideric, and he can't quite get the puck in. Back down on Tornitas. Leaves it for McIntyre. McIntyre loses for a moment his skates, gets it up the wing for Phillips. And that's as far as that rush develops. Here's Cade Romaine gaining a head of steam. Loses the puck, has it roll off his stick. And the Jets regroup here. Here's LeBlanc. Stretch pass, no one in the area for the Jets. Romaine cross to Weston, and Weston's pass goes down the ice, and that will be a icing call on the Kings. Something I'm noticing, both teams are looking to work on a bit of a stretch pass game here, trying to shrink the ice a little bit, but not too many of these stretch passes have connected to this point. Jets have a 1-0 lead, and shots on goal are 4-2 in favor of the Jets. 13:07 left in the first period. Off the draw, controlled by the Kings. Played up the ice, but it's chopped at center and picked off by McIntyre. He'll dump it at a play. Face-off will come out to the neutral zone. McIntyre got a little bit too much loft on the dump-in. Players trying to figure out where the face-off is. Kings win that draw cleanly. Here's Weston. He leaves it for Glover. Glover with lots of time. Plays it up to Frazier. His pass across is cut off nicely by Phillips, but he can't get the puck deep inside the zone. Now the Jets will. Looking to create a bit of a forecheck here. Phillips is in. Weston plays it up the wing, and that pass is sent all the way down the ice, and that's going to be another icing call. As you can see, there's a bit of a theme here. The Kings like to stretch the zone, try to find that high guy. Kings control it in their own zone. Jador in forechecking, disrupts the breakout. Centering pass, no one there for the Jets. Back the other way come the Kings. Gains the line, dumps it in. Bit of a dangerous play there. Not sure if he just lost an edge, but the bench is reacting as if he was tripped. Big pile up along the half wall. Jets working to get it out, and they will. Here's Butters, gets the line and dumps it in. Gives chase. Weston battling him in the corner. Puck's tied up along the boards. Jador comes in to dig it out. Back to the point for Black. Black can't quite get the shot away. Has Frazier in his face. Chipped ahead for Frazier, but McDonald's going to beat him to the puck. Into the middle. Penny gets it ahead. Quick shot on goal, and that's gloved down by Bolivar. Off the draw, straight ahead with it is Grencelli. Tries to beat his man in the middle. Cut to the outside. Takes a big hit along the boards by Stevens. Played up the wing, but it's kept in at the point. That's Amaro. Walks to the middle. Quick shot. Wide of the goal. And it'll rim all the way around, but it's kept in by Chisholm, I believe. Or Corkum, pardon me. Played across. Up the boards. Penny can't find the handle, and it's battled just outside the line. Amaro takes a hit, loses the puck, played ahead. Butters walks in, takes a big hit, gets the shot away, but not a whole lot on it, and that'll dribble into Bolivar for an easy stop. Over the last few minutes, the game has picked up in physicality. Referees are going to have to be careful, otherwise this one's going to get out of hand. I can feel it. Some games are just made differently, and this one feels like it may be. Face-off's controlled. Here's Francis. Tries to walk around his man and loses it. Gets his toe on the clearing pass. Quick shot towards the net, deflected by Foss McDonald of the Jets, wide of the goal. Battle in the corner, played ahead. And we're going to have a penalty, I believe. Retaliation call on the Kings. Foss McDonald may have been in forechecking, trying to disrupt things, and Cade Romaine did not appreciate it, and he'll take a cross-checking penalty. 10:41 left in the first period. He'll sit for 2 minutes or less. First power play of the game goes to the Jets, and they control the draw. Here's McDonald. McDonald to McIntyre. Back to McDonald in the middle. Over to Crawley. He has to take it in his skates. Plays it to the line and just out of the reach of McIntyre. He'll have to regroup in his own zone. He'll play it ahead for McDonald. His pass hits a man and hits a stick and ramps up. Back the other way. Lively. His shot pad save from Tornidas. Dangerous chance there for the Kings. Short-handed. Lively battles it along the board. Spins off one man. McIntyre chips it ahead. Now we have Crawley back the other way, 1-on-3. He banks it off the boards and he's knocked down. Loose puck into the corner, and that'll be shot down the ice by Weston of the Kings. Here's McIntyre with it behind his net, looking to get things started for the Jets. Stretch pass connects, just offside at the line. McIntyre found Phillips, but Phillips was just a step over the line waiting for the pass. 9:42 to go in the first. 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the penalty to Romaine. Controlled by LeBlanc of the Jets. He'll regroup behind his net. He leaves it there for Phillips. Phillips gaining some speed through the neutral zone. Goes wide. Has a lane around Amro, but Amro tries to cut him off at the pass and does. Played to the line for LeBlanc. He'll put it down to Crawley, but it's into the bench of the Kings. Face-off looks like it's inside the zone. Draw is scrambled. Lemoyne plays it all the way around and just does get outside the line. Here's LeBlanc of the Jets trying to regroup quickly. Only about 30 seconds to go in the power play. Walks around one man, leaves it there for Francis. Francis cuts wide, has two men on him, plays it to Foss McDonald. Backdoor, couldn't get the shot away. Redirected on goal with his skate, I believe. And it's still stopped there by Bolivar. Played up the wing and kept in at the line by LeBlanc. LeBlanc across to Simmons, and his high shot is corralled by Bolivar. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty to remain. Off the draw, controlled there. Pemberton at the point, fires it down low. Kings looking to spring the man Romaine out of the box, but can't quite get it to him. And they'll regroup. Jets 0 for 1 on the power play. Here's Romaine, just out of the box. His stretch pass misses everyone. Jets have a man stuck deep. They'll have to fire it down low. Here's Romaine yet again. Lots of time to skate it out of his zone. Forced to the boards by the Jets. And it's dumped back down behind Tornidas' goal. Left there for Pemberton, up the wing, corralled there by Francis. His pass connects with Simmons. Simmons tries to beat him, his man wide, chip the puck around him and go. Francis cuts the clearing attempt off. Francis back to Simmons, he can't find it. Regroups just to keep it in momentarily. And off the stick of Simmons yet again. Back the other way comes Francis. One-on-one, played nicely there by Romaine. And the puck will dribble down inside the Kings zone. Here's Sideric weaving through the neutral zone. Played off of Pemberton into the Jets' end. He has one forechecker on him. He'll reverse the play. Here's Parker Lee. Lee stretches it across there for Crawley, but it's out of his reach. And the Kings will dump it back down. Up the boards, sealed off there. Play along the boards into the middle. Thompson passes into the middle. On goal, and it's just tapped off the pad of Tornidas, and he gets it down in time and covers for a whistle. Dangerous chance inside the Jet zone. Lucky for them, Thompson couldn't get a whole lot on that shot. Actually, I think it was Frazier. LeBlanc tries to get it to his D partner McIntyre off the draw, but can't. Kept in at the line by Weston. Weston, quick shot, deflected before it could get to the net. Played off the boards by LeBlanc. Morrison gets it outside the zone and down the ice. Here's Weston with it for the Kings in his own zone. Plays it up to the boards. Connects. That centering pass is off a stick and high. LeBlanc will pick that up, and Lee will get it inside the zone momentarily. It's played back out. LeBlanc gets it to McIntyre. McIntyre doesn't get much on it, but there is a Kings player stuck deep, and that's going to be an offside call on the Kings. Straight ahead with it, the Kings try to go, but they'll have to regroup. Here's Weston. Connects on the side with, I think that's Neufeld. Oh, sorry, that's Grancelli. McIntyre breaks up that rush nicely. Back the other way come the Jets. Here's Smith McNeil, tries to gain the line. 3 Jets just about collide there. Phillips follows up the play and knocks the puck down behind the net and almost steals it from Glover. Phillips battling in the corner with two Kings, and the puck's corralled there by Weston. Weston stretch pass down the wing. Connects there with Chisholm, but he's sealed off nicely by LeBlanc. McIntyre comes in to find the loose puck. Plays it off the boards, almost connects there with Phillips, but it's spun back by Smith McNeil, and that'll dribble down wide of the pass was for Phillips, but he couldn't quite get there in time. Stretch pass for Grant Shelley, doesn't connect, and it's sent back down the ice by the Jets. First man on is Amaro. His quick up is out of the zone, but sent right back down by Smith McNeil. Here's Corkum, trying to settle things down for the Kings. Pass into the middle, connects there with Lively. He makes one man miss. Quick shot on goal, rebounds there. Covered by Tornidas, and he'll take a couple of late whacks as the referee may have not quite seen he had it after the initial bobble. But Tornidas gets away with it. Might have been a bit of a change-up that came at him, hit a stick. Might have had a little bit of English on it. And draws controlled by the Kings. Here's Corkum at the point, misses the pass. Played down behind the net. McDonald battling Lively down there. LeBlanc with it. Puck's kept in that corner. Butters takes a hit from Neufeld. Big scrambly play down low. And there's a call. The back official made it. Looks like a cross check is the call. You can almost feel that coming with the big scrum down in the corner. Referee might allow one or two cross checks to get away with that, but they'll eventually get one. So 4:42 to go in the first period, and the Kings will head to their first power play of the game. Off the draw, controlled by the Jets and fired down the ice. Penalty is on Colton Butters of the Jets. Now Mason Cole with a head of steam, kept to the outside by the Jets. He puts it down below the net for Romaine. Played to the half wall, bobbled momentarily, played to the point for Corkum. He's got some room. Shot wide of the goal, off a stick, I believe. Into the middle. It's Lemoyne. Lemoyne walks in, quick shot, blocked in front, rebounds there. Big block there by Jador of the Jets. He's feeling it at the moment. Lemoyne, cross-ice feed, connects, but he can't take the one-timer. Good possession here by the Kings. There's Corkum. Plays it off a stick, just kept in at the line by Lemoyne. Lemoyne will walk it over. Back into the middle, just misses the stick. Quick shot, off a body in front and wide of Tornidas. Great zone pressure here from the Kings, but they can't find the net. Passed into the middle, chipped wide by Romaine. Jets hanging on a little bit here. Into the middle, one-time shot. Not much on that one, and that's sent. Heads up! Sorry, everyone. That was a puck was airmailed over the glass. Wasn't sure if everyone was watching. Luckily, everyone's okay. 3:15 to go in the first period, and 32 seconds remaining in the penalty to Butters. Controlled by LeBlanc. He'll play it around. No one there for the Jets. Weston steps up to seal the wall and gains possession for the Kings. Played along the wall. That's back to the middle. Deflected just a bit and wide of the goal. Karam's off the backboards. Kept in momentarily. McIntyre will backhand it down to center at least. And back the other way. Here's Amaro. 4-on-2 rush into the middle. Blocked by McIntyre. And a big save by Tornidas with the paddle. What a stop. And that's high and off the glass, and it'll ramp up over the boards for a whistle. McIntyre with the initial block is feeling that one. And Tornidas bails the Jets out with a great stop with the paddle down low. 2:34 remaining in the first period. We have a 1-0 game in favor of the Jets. Shots have equaled out at 7 apiece. Draw is scrummed, taken away by Jador, but he can't get the puck out for the Jets. Off the boards is Chisholm. He can't get the shot away. And that one is taken and gloved down by Tornidas. Weston with the quick release from the top of the point. Tornidas saw it all the way and gloved it down. Kings definitely riding a little momentum after that power play. Jets being waved out of the draw. Face-off's controlled. There's McDonald, plays it around. Just outside the line, but Alexander Glover steps up to keep it, but he can't get the pass ahead. Into the middle, Simmons can't get the shot away. Following it up is Black, tipped on goal. A great stop there by Bolivar. And the Kings will look to regroup. The pass misses everyone, and they're going to peel off on a change. Played into the middle, taken away there. Chisholm has a lane to the net. Passes in the middle, they score! Jets were a little too passive on that, and Chisholm gets the puck to the middle, and it's banged home by Tornidas. Trying to get the goal scorer here. Looks like Lively gets that one, and we have a 1-1 game. 1:49 left in the first period. Cason Lively, hard to the net off of a line change. And Camden Chisholm found him. And just like that, we're back to square. Jets battle it down inside the Kings zone. Morrison looks to pick it up there, but it's swung around, chipped off the glass and down the ice. Now it's Stevens back for it for the Jets. He plays it around, but can't get anything on it. Kings turn towards the net, but it's off a stick and wide. Pemberton battling down low. Parker Lee comes in to help out. Puck comes free. Quick shot. Big save by Tornidas, and the spinorama goes wide. Lively looking to double down there, but he gets a piece of Tornidas. Jets take another tripping penalty, I would say, at center. They're caught reaching for the puck. 1:04 left in the period. This penalty is going to go to Parker Lee. 2 minutes or less for tripping. And what was just a very dangerous looking Kings power play, while they may not have scored on it, they built some momentum and scored very shortly after. They'll be looking to take the lead before the period's out. Back to the point. Here's Siderik. Plays it on the half wall. That's Slavuda. Pass back to the point for Lemoyne. Lemoyne fans on the shot. Jets can't find the pass, and it does get down the ice just barely as the stick was lifted by Crawley at the point. He almost picks off the pass as well. Kings breaking it out of their own zone, but that pass, Cole, was in his feet. They'll have to try it again. Lemoyne with forechecking pressure from Crawley. Beats him. He'll get to the middle of the ice. Walks in. Shot off of McIntyre's stick and up over the glass. Face off inside the Jet zone. .18 seconds left in the first period. Kings control it. One last four in the offensive zone on the power play. Weston leaves it there. Back here for Amaro. Cross to Weston. Weston shot. Stopped there by Tornidis. Rebound into the corner. Battles hard along the boards to both teams, and it's pinned along the boards for a whistle, for the end of the period. After the first period of play, we have a 1-1 game between the Kings and the Jets. The Kings will start the second period with 56 seconds remaining on the power play. We'll be back with you shortly after the flood. And we're back for the second period between the Jets and the Kings. And here we go. Draws sent all the way down the ice. Kings will regroup. 45 seconds remaining in their power play. That's disrupted at center. Kings gain the line. Put place to the middle and a breakaway for Phillips. Back the other way. He's in. He shoots. Tries to deke and it's shut down by Bolivar. Big save again by the Kings goaltender to keep it a 1-goal game, or a 1-1 game, pardon me. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Frazier gains the line, cuts to the wall, left there, played back to the line for Weston. Onto the boards here, Jackman, and back to the point. They'll switch spots. Left there for Jackman, just out of his reach, and it'll squirt outside the line. Phillips trying to forecheck Jackman, and that does it for the power play. 3-on-2 rush for the Jets. Out of the box, played to the middle. Quick shot by Ward, and it's wide of the goal. Ramps up off on the back netting, but it's centered and dumped outside the zone. Hand pass is going to be the call by the Jets. Stevens arguing his case, but to no avail. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kings are 0 for 2 on the power play. 18:48 remaining in the second period. Jets trying to make a late line change, and they're not going to be allowed. And actually, it looks like they're being given a penalty. Not sure for what. Looks like a equipment issue might be the call. Illegal equipment, maybe? Referees are both having a chat about it. I haven't seen this one too often. Oh, pardon me. I guess it's a little bit of confusion at the rink, folks. They have a 2-minute penalty on the board, but I'm being shown a 5-on-5 symbol by the referees, so not really sure what the penalty is for. Phillips was motioning as if he was having an equipment issue, but I'm not sure what the problem was. I'll wait for the call, and certainly, that face-off is done unfairly. They'll redo it. Bit of a tough start to the second period here, folks. Off the draw, just chipped outside the line, brought right back in. McIntyre goes back for it for the Jets, plays it off the boards and around. That's picked off by Chisholm. Played back behind the net for Grinchelli. Grinchelli tries to center. That hits McIntyre's skate, and it's regrouped there by LeBlanc. Sorry, folks, I was just listening to the penalty. Quick shot there from Smith McNeil, off a stick and over the glass. Never did get to Bolivar. And just to recoup, the penalty to Matt Phillips is actually a 10-minute misconduct given for illegal equipment, which is something I've never heard before, but he'll sit for 10. Down the wing comes Weston, walks in on McIntyre, tries to go back door, no one there, and we're getting another whistle. Might be the net off slightly behind Tornidas, and it is. Face off inside the Jet zone. Controlled by the Jets. Here's LeBlanc. Plays it off the boards and around. Stepped up on there by Amaro. Kept inside the line. Played on the back door, but it's behind Slavuta, who's checked nicely by LeBlanc. Played to the line, but kept in there. Blocked Glover's shot by Butters. Butters loses it momentarily. Played around the net. No one there. for the Jets. In come the Kings, looking to cause a turnover. It's just sent to the line. Here's Crawley back with it. Gains the line and fires it in. Weston back hard on it. Tips it around for Cole. Cole plays it off the boards, but that doesn't get anywhere. Here's Crawley, or Butters, pardon me. Plays it to McIntyre. McIntyre down low. Back to McIntyre in his skates, and he'll have to regroup in center. Takes a slash. McIntyre has drawn a penalty, I believe. Looks like Alexander Slavuta of the Kings is headed to the box. 2 minutes for holding. And the parade to the penalty box continues. At least that one makes a little more sense than the 10-minute misconduct for illegal equipment, but 17:03 remaining in the second period, and the Jets will head to their second power play of the game. Kept in at the line by McDonald. Colin McDonald. Pressed back, pressure there, and it's off a body and kept in. Walks to the middle, quick shot on goal, stopped by Bolivar, and the rebound is gathered behind the net by the Kings. Good penalty killing by the Kings here to wear some minutes or some seconds off the clock. 5 men down low trying to dig that puck out. At this stage, usually the referee has seen enough and he blows the whistle. A minute and 25 seconds remaining in the penalty to Slavuta. Face off deep inside the Kings zone. Shots on goal are 12-9 in favor of the Kings. Off the draw, it's controlled by Grancelli. He's got a lane to the net, only with one man to beat. Crawley keeps him to the outside nicely, and it's played all the way back down the ice. Here's Amaro, ragging the puck in his own zone, killing some more time. Francis goes into forecheck, and it's sent all the way down the ice. So far, it's been a great penalty kill by the Kings. Not a whole lot of action so far inside the zone. Here's McIntyre at center. He gains the line, plays it into the middle. Shot by Francis, off a stick and wide. Kept in at the line by McDonald. His shot to the net, right into the crest of Bolivar, and he'll hold it for a whistle. Kings control the draw, play it up against the boards yet again to kill some more time. Jets dig this one out, I believe, or they can't quite. Jador comes in to try to get it out momentarily into the middle. Simmons passes it across. Big save by Bolivar off of Stephane LeBlanc of the Jets. Great pass from Cole Simmons to find him coming down the wing. And Bolivar was equal to the task. They say your best penalty killer has to be your goalie, and he was there. Draws scrummed, bodies flying. Here's Cole Simmons, loses it momentarily, gets it to LeBlanc, back to Simmons, cross to Pemberton. Pemberton walks into it. Shot stopped by Bolivar yet again. And the puck is cleared with only 8 seconds remaining in the penalty. Here's Stephane LeBlanc behind his net. Regrouping with Thompson in front of him. Plays it over to Pemberton. He has to take it behind him. And that's into the bench of the Kings off a stick. That'll do it for the latest power play of the game. Jets going 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. Kept in at the line by Weston. He can't quite get the puck to the net, and it's just chipped outside the zone. Weston regroups there. Drags the puck back down to his zone. Pass ahead, doesn't connect. Onside by a hair at the line. Penny's closed off nicely. Ward comes in to help out. Kings have a couple of guys high. Lemoyne tries to beat his man, that's Jackman. Tries to beat his man wide, and he's shut down nicely. Puck's played across. Tried to glove down by Weston, but he can't get it cleanly, and he'll play it off the boards and up. Quick shot on goal, blocked, rebounds there, shot just wide of the net. Centering pass, chipped on goal, and the Kings come back the other way. Black battling with his man down the wall. Centering pass, blocked there nicely, and Black will chip it off the boards, and it's off a body and wide. Jets have it in their own zone, flip it high, that's knocked down with a high stick. Actually, oh, there's the whistle. They let it go momentarily, but some good action at both ends of the ice. Face off in the neutral zone. Controlled by the Jets. Spun around by Crawley, but not in quite deep enough. Corkum has it for the Kings. He'll skate things out the other way. Has back checker there. Dumps it in. McIntyre flips it high and just gets it outside the line. Kings have a man stuck deep. Chisholm will regroup. He gets it to Amaro. Amaro steps around one man. He gains the line. Tries to cut in deep. Leaves it there. Can't get a shot away. And here's Crawley. Crawley gets it into the middle for Butters. Butters sees a man down the wing. Gets the line, chips it in. Penny took a hit but got the puck deep. Here's Corkum. He's stapled along the boards by Butters. Played into the middle. That's cut off by Crawley. Crawley can't take the pass cleanly though and can't get a shot away. McIntyre steps up for the Jets and clears it back down. Jets tag up. Bolivar leaves it behind the net. And the Kings find a lane. Here's Grancelli. Injured Jet down low. Looks like he's struggling to get to his feet. Is Penny. Puck just does get outside the line. McIntyre with Chisholm down low. McIntyre knocks Chisholm down. Puck's in his feet. He can't find it. Played up the wing for Crawley, but his puck doesn't arrive. Down low for Chisholm. Chisholm battling McIntyre. McIntyre can't get the puck ahead to Penny. And it's flipped high and out of the zone. Glove down by Amaro, and we're going to have another penalty. This one heading to the Kings on a late hit down in the corner, I believe. We may have two coming. Oh, pardon me, it's a misconduct penalty, I believe. 12:14 remaining in the second period. The initial penalty was to Ethan Lemoyne. I believe it was for interference or roughing. I didn't quite see the sign made. And he got a 10-minute misconduct. That's being served as well by an additional King in the box. Played to the line, kept in. Jets have possession. Played down to the half wall. Ward, cross-ice feed to McDonald. McDonald on the back door. Here's Stevens, quick shot on goal. Some traffic in front, but Bolivar saw it and stopped for a whistle.
Also to the Kings, number 8, Jacob Amaron, a 10-minute misconduct. Time for penalties is 7 minutes.
Puck comes free at the line. Back the other way is Slavuta. Breakaway. He's in. He loses control. And it's stopped by Tornidas. Bit of a change-up by Slavuta. And Tornidas just gets the pad down to keep it from sliding in. Stevens couldn't quite handle the pass back to the point, and it resulted in a breakaway from the center ice in. for Slavuta. The penalty initially I thought was for interference turned out to be head contact to Lemoyne, and Jacob Amaro has got a 10-minute misconduct, most likely for arguing the call, I'd imagine. Jets win the draw. Here's Hudson Crawley skating things out the other way. Beats his man into the middle. He'll walk in, goes to the backhand, can't get the shot away. He'll do a lap in the zone. Finds Parker Lee now. Lee bobbles it, walks around a man, tries to center it on the backhand. That's shut down. Jador now battles his man in the corner. 4 men deep. Lively in battling. Comes free for Jador. He can't quite get the puck. McIntyre does his best to keep it in at the line, but it's off a body and outside the zone. Into the middle now. Just chipped off the stick of Ward. Glove down by the Kings player and shot out to center. Here's McIntyre looking to gain the zone. He'll gain the line, and he's sent hard into the boards as he dumps the puck in. Hudson Crawley has it knocked off his stick. Here come the Kings, shorthanded. McIntyre chips it away. He'll look to get things pointed in the right direction on this latest power play for the Jets. Offside is the call as soon as McIntyre touches it, and he does. McIntyre tries to make a move at the line. 2 Jets stuck in deep. .21 seconds remaining in the penalty. Face-off just outside the Kings zone. They've had the better opportunities on this power play to this point. Here's Black, gets it across to McDonald. McDonald finds Black. That pass is shut down nicely by Glover. Cole in trying to cause some problems for the Kings. Pass connects. Here's Simmons down the wing. Quick shot on goal. Big save from Bolivar, pardon me. 10-16 remaining in the second period. 3 seconds to go in the power play for the Jets. Kings have had a very effective penalty kill to this point. Kept in it. Oh, pardon me. It does skip through Black's legs and down the ice. That'll do it for the power play. Played all the way around, but Cole can't pick it up. Here's Francis, gets it outside the line. LeBlanc plays it back for Weston. That's cut off at center. Pass is chipped ahead for Francis. He'll get the line and fire it in. Francis is knocked down from behind, and that'll be another penalty on the Kings. This one's going to go to Mason Cole. Charging is the call. Could have been a few different calls on that one. Francis was hit from behind and was fairly close to the boards. Bit of a dangerous hit to make for sure. Off the draw. McDonald shot towards the net, blocked by Frazier.
Time of penalty, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. That's Cole, 2 for charging.
Big pile up down in the corner yet again. Kings effectively pinning it along the boards. Referee allowing it to play on. Crawley comes in to help out for the Jets. Played to the middle. Quick shot. Shut down low by Bolivar. Here's Crawley with it. Spins off a check. Quick shot towards the goal off a stick and into the glove of Bolivar. Nate Bolivar's been busy the last few minutes or so, and he's been equal to the task. Shots are 15-13 in favor of the Jets, thanks to a few of these power plays. 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining in the latest power play for the Jets. Played back to the point. McDonald, quick shot on goal. Oliver saw it all the way, and he'll hold for another whistle. Jets trying to get some more pucks on goal, but they do well to get in front and take the eyes away of Bolivar. Feels like if he's seeing it, he's stopping it. Played high and over everyone's head. Tornidas will have to come out and play it. Chips it ahead, but it's knocked down by Lemoyne. Played across for Crawley. Now Neufeld has it, plays it into the middle. Lemoyne has an opportunity now. Shot is shut down there by Tornidas, and he plays it ahead. Here's McIntyre with it. Stretch pass connects with Crawley. Crawley down the wing. Tries to get into the middle, goes inside, outside. Puck rolls off his stick, and he hits Romaine down low. Quick shot, they score! Quick puck movement by the Jets. And a good zone entry by Crawley. Parker Lee takes the one-time shot about the low circle, and he buries it by Bolivar. Great work by the Jets, and they capitalize on the power play. Take a 2-1 lead. 8:35 remaining in the second period. Off the draw. Jets control it. Penny gains the line. Gets it ahead, but he's stripped of the puck just inside the blue line. Back the other way come the Kings. Slovuda dumps it around, but gets chopped out of the way. Jador leaves it along the boards. Jets gain the line. Penny tries to beat his man. Pemberton keeps it at the line. Flips it high off a set of shin pads, and that'll go down the ice. Jets have to tag up. Jador in forechecking, trying to take that puck from Weston. Played ahead, into the middle for Slovuda. Slovuda gains the line, drops it off for Lemoyne. Lemoyne shot off the bar, off the post and out. Great opportunity for the Kings to tie the game. Lemoyne in forechecking, strips his man of the puck, but it dribbles to Jador. He plays it off the board, but that's going to be dragged out actually. Lemoyne may have taken it away from one of his defensemen there, Weston, but he'll regroup at center. Played off the boards. Here's Lemoyne. That'll be shot down. Just onside. Three Jets converge in the corner. It's flipped to the line. Kept in by Siderik. Siderik shot. And that's off the blocker. High shot off the blocker of Tornidas. Now Jador looking to gain some momentum. He has the line. Quick shot on goal, and that's off of Bolivar and over the glass. Colton Jador looked like a man possessed that shift. Really had his feet moving. Created a couple of chances for his team. .7:04 remaining in the second period. Jets 2, Kings 1. Kings control the draw. Here's Glover. He's hassled from behind, but gets the pass away. And that's sent down the ice. Should be an icing call, and it is. That'll come all the way back down inside the Kings zone. Kings win another face-off. Lively plays it ahead, pass behind his man. McIntyre picks it up and plays it down behind Bolivar's goal. He'll stop it there for Glover. Glover not ready for the handoff. Kings get away with it though. Played into the middle. Here come the Kings, try to gain the line. That's going to be offside. As Colt tries to make a move at the line into the middle. And every time you see that, you're going to see an offside call. Teammates don't know you're going to do that and have a real hard time holding it up. Draws scrummed, comes away to Isaac Ward of the Jets. He leaves it there for Smith McNeil. Smith McNeil takes a quick shot. Glove stopped by Bolivar. Smith McNeil got that away quick. Off the draw, scrum along the boards, flipped high, kept in momentarily by LeBlanc, played ahead. Caught by LeBlanc. LeBlanc's shot is high and over the net. Great play by the Kings to find the trailer. And the puck comes free for Ward. He'll look to skate it out. Flips it ahead to himself, but it's knocked away at the last second. Jets chop it in, and they'll look to go for a quick change, I believe. Good pressure down there from Phillips after serving his 10-minute misconduct for illegal equipment. He's back on the ice. Kings trying to break it out the other way, but are shadowed nicely is Corkum. Corkum to Weston. Weston, stretch pass off a stick. LeBlanc will try to step up on him. And it's off of Frazier's stick. McIntyre plays it to the line, and he'll just get out. And it'll be flipped right back down by the Kings. Here's LeBlanc with it. Plays it hard around. Smith McNeil's going to wait for it. Stops up. Plays a nice stretch pass into the middle. Chipped ahead just out of the reach of McIntyre. And we have another penalty on the play. This one again behind the play, I believe. Can't quite see the call. It's on Makar Sideric. As soon as I hear the announcement, I'll let you know. 5:16 remaining in the second period, and the Jets will head back to the power play after scoring on their latest attempt. Parker Lee cashing in the go-ahead goal at the moment for the Jets. Boss McDonald on the draw. Wins it back for the Jets. Black hands it off there to McDonald. McDonald leaves it there into the middle. Good pressure from the Kings here, not giving the Jets much time to make a pass. Here's Francis. Francis into the middle, no one there for the Jets, and it'll be sent down the ice right on Tornidas. Back for it is Foss McDonald of the Jets. He'll set things up behind his goal. Coming in for it is Colin McDonald. He'll drop it off for Foss, but he misses the pass. Here's Foss McDonald ahead, connects with Francis, but it rolls off his stick. The clearing attempt is blocked. Almost a break there for Simmons, and now we might have a break the other way. Chopped off the stick. Quick shot, stopped by Tornidas. Another shorthanded breakaway for the Kings, and Tornidas shuts it down. He stops it behind the goal and leaves it for Foss McDonald yet again. He plays it ahead, but it's behind Simmons. Gets to Francis at center. Francis takes a wild shot wide of the net, and it's kept in at the far point by Colin McDonald. Shot towards the net, no deflection, but a pad save. That one's shot on goal as well. Pad stopped by Bolivar, and the Jets looking to get as many pucks to the net as they can here. Played to the half wall. Simmons spins off a check, plays it down low, gets it to Francis. Francis tries to roll off Romaine, and the puck's going to come free. Potential break here for the Kings, and it's going to be an offside call, I believe. No, they call it onside, actually. Big save by Tornidas yet again. I'm pretty sure that play was offside, but the Kings get a great chance out of it. And that pass into the middle is taken away and sent back out to center. Here's Corkum with it. Gets it to Weston. And that'll do it for the power play for the Jets. Felt more like a penalty kill. LeBlanc playing hacky sack with it just inside of his line. He gets away with it though. And it's sent down the ice. McIntyre picks it up behind his net. Plays it ahead for Morrison, but that's cut off by Slavuta. Puck's played to a open wing, but it's stepped up and picked off there. Centering pass cut off by the Jets. Quick shot on goal off a body and doesn't quite get to Tornidas. That's played off the netting by LeBlanc. And with 2:42 remaining in the second period, the faceoff will come inside the Jet zone. 21-17 are shots on goal in favor of the Jets. And they currently hold a 2-1 lead. Although that last shift was a bit of a fire drill, pardon me. Off the draw, Jets try to go straight ahead with it. Off the boards and out. Here's Weston. Plays it ahead. Connects with Lemoyne. He can't get the puck in deep. Takes a hit. Just inside the line. Lee goes behind the back to Morrison. His pass just gets through. Here's Crawley. Can't get the shot away in time. Lively comes away with it. Played into the the half wall, chipped ahead. Good back check there from Parker Lee to strip Lemoyne of the puck. And a big check along the boards. Lee almost barely got the check. Might have ate a little bit of the glass. Here's Morrison, just plays it ahead with one hand. Slavuta along the boards, gets outside the zone, chipped ahead. Here's Jackman, shot, scores! Oh, pardon me, it was Lemoyne, not 91. Lemoyne kicks the corner, short side on Tornidas, and ties the game at 2 with 1:50 left in the second period. Ethan Lemoyne with a great shot over the shoulder of Tornidas, who's been excellent this afternoon. Jets dump it in and give chase. Jador gets it to Penny. Back to Jador into the middle. Shot! Big save by Bolivar. Great puck movement by the Jets. But Bolivar shuts it down. Puck's played into the center ice area. Played in by Pemberton. Off a body and back the other way. Odd man rush for the Kings. Here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc shot. Rebounds there. Big stop by Tornidas yet again. Jets just play it up the wing, and it's shot back on goal, but wide of the net this time. Played off the boards to Penny. Penny can't find it in his feet. Takes a couple of hits along the half wall. And the Kings regain possession. Here's LeBlanc. Takes a hit from Penny. LeBlanc gains possession into the middle. Jador gives it back to LeBlanc. He's in. Shot! Wide of the far post. Back to the point for Romaine. Romaine backhands it down to the corner. Glove down there by Stevens. He'll try to pin it along the boards. 45 seconds remaining in the second. Played softly up to Penny. Penny, headman pass. That's going to connect with Jador. He can't take it cleanly, and that's going to be an offside call on the Jets. 34 seconds remaining in the second period, and we're back to a 2-2 game between the Kings and the Jets. Oh, looks to me like Landon Culp is headed to the box. Must have been a late call. I didn't quite see what it was. They have looks like they have 2 minors on the board. The Jets will head to a 5-on-3 power play with 34 seconds remaining. As soon as I get the information, I'll pass it along. Face-off scrum down low, finally comes free. McIntyre puts it to the point. McDonald now into the middle for McIntyre. McIntyre high, gets it back to McDonald. McDonald walks in, his shot's blocked by Weston, and it'll rim off the boards. And Bolivar will hold for a whistle. .18 seconds left on the clock. 1:45 remaining in the 5-on-3 opportunity for the Jets. Flipped high, and the Jackman is behind the defense the other way of the Jets, and he just about has a breakaway out of an offensive zone face-off, 5-on-3. Here's McIntyre with time running out. He'll try to get the zone. He cuts around his man, and he's hauled down at the whistle. And the Kings are actually very lucky they're not flagged again on that one. McIntyre was certainly grabbed, kind of horse-collared a little bit, but they get away with it. You can guarantee it if it's not a 5-on-3 at the moment, that's a penalty. Number 91, Jackman. Back-checking hard on McIntyre there. After 2 periods of play, the Jets and Kings tied at 2. Shots on goal are 23-19 in favor of the Jets. Just going to try to find out what those penalties were for, and I'll get back to you after the flood. And we're back for the third period between the Jets and the Kings. With 34 seconds remaining in the second, Nash Neufeld took a charging penalty, and then he was also assessed an unsportsmanlike conduct. That's the result of the 5-on-3 for the Jets. A minute and 26 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3, and here we go for the third. Jets control it off the opening face-off. Now we have Colin McDonald. Passes across, finds Phillips. Phillips will gain the line. Look to curl things back. Cross-ice feed, connects with McDonald into the middle for McIntyre. McIntyre spins off a man. Quick shot. Oh, what a save! And the rebound stopped as well. The shot, McIntyre was stopped by Bolivar, and the rebound caromed to Phillips, who had most of the net to shoot at, but from a sharp angle. And he got it on goal, but it was kicked aside by Bolivar as well. Great stop there on the 5-on-3, and it's chopped down the ice off the face-off by the Kings. Right on goal. Played ahead. Jets don't quite see it. And Phillips gains some speed inside his own zone. Gathers the line. Cuts up. Plays it back to the point. Here's McDonald. He'll have some time to walk in, and he does. Shot blocked in front by Weston, I believe, and he's feeling that one. Back the other way, almost a chance for Jackman of the Kings. Here's Crawley with it. Fires around the net. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Crawley beats his man wide. He's in off the crossbar and back into the corner. Lee in forechecking on Amaro. And the puck's going to be pinned along the dasher yet again. Very solid play. Comes free. McIntyre with it. McIntyre with only a few seconds left in the 5-on-3, and it comes free off the boards and down the ice. And that's going to be an icing call, I believe, and it is. Played high off the glass as both Kings came out of the box, but neither one of them able to reach the... neither one of them able to reach the puck, and it slides down the ice for an icing call. .26 left in the period. Off the draw, straight ahead with it come the Kings. Here's Jackman wide, cuts up, can't get a shot towards the goal. Plays it down low, knocked off the stick there. Regained by the Kings and played down low to the corner. Cycle play on for the Kings. Good shadow there by the Jets. Corkum plays it down low, all the way around to the far corner. Just chopped off the stick of Ward, but he does get another opportunity. Played ahead. Amaro just gets ahead of his man, and it's played up the wall for Chisholm. Smith McNeil gets it to Ward, and Ward will just backhand it down as the Jets have to tag up. Kings looking to get things pushed in the right direction here. Played too far ahead of Amaro. McIntyre steps up, has it chipped around him. Amaro will just play it behind the net, just out of the reach of Chisholm. Chisholm's knocked down by LeBlanc, and LeBlanc will fire it off the boards and out. Kings regain possession. Here's Lively. Waits for his man to tag up, leaves it there for Chisholm. Into the middle. Shot on goal. Glove saved by Tornidas. .17:09 left in the third period. Shots on goal 25-20 in favor of the Jets. Huge kill for the Kings on a 5-on-3 to start this period to keep the game tied at 2. Into the middle, blocked before it could get to Tornidas. Here's Jador. Skating through the middle, bobbing and weaving, can't get the shot away. Regains possession in the corner, and it's chopped off his stick for the second time. Pass at center, and that's going to dribble all the way down the ice. Icing's going to be waved off as Tornidas comes out to play it. Played up the wing, left there momentarily, played back behind the net for Cole. His centering pass, no one there for the Kings. Jador cuts up, loses it. Shot towards the net, off a stick and wide. Lemoyne plays it back to the point, that's Jackman. And it's played up the boards, off a couple of bodies. Quick shot from a sharp angle, shut down by Tornitas. Jets scrambly inside their own zone, but it's turned over to Penny. Penny can't get any further than center. Played into the middle. McIntyre will take it over there. Plays it off the boards, but out of the reach of Jador. And here is Lemoyne the other way. Backhand shot off a stick. Rebounds there. Good save by Tornitas there. Pass off the backhand of Jador. Jador can't get the line. And now the puck's sent ahead. Phillips backhands it into the zone, but not very deep. Siderik picks it up there for the Kings. Behind his own net. That stretch play is going to connect there. Here's Lemoyne. Gains the line and fires it in. Oh, pardon me, that's Thompson. There's a 91, 92, and a 93. It's tough to decipher when they're in full speed like that. Kings have possession. Curl at the top. Pass across. Weston, quick shot on goal, and that's gloved down by Tornitas. Kings getting many shots through in the last couple of moments. Tornitas have been equal to the task to this point. Possession control by the Jets, but the flip up the wing does not get through its man. Jackman spins off, and then that's going to hit Francis and exit the zone. Pile up along the boards. In the theme of this game, cross ice feed to Black. He plays it off the boards and ahead, but it's shut down there by Glover. And dangerously in front of his own net is Jackman. He gets away with it. Leaves it there for Weston. Weston steps out in front, looks to get things going, gains center, but puts a feed across. Here's Frazier. Frazier takes a wild shot, well high and wide, and it'll rim all the way around and down the ice. Bolivar stops it there behind his goal. Francis in forechecking, blocks that long stretch pass, and Glover will have to regroup for the Kings. He's forechecked hard there by Simmons. Centering pass doesn't quite get to Simmons, though. He battles his man down low. Francis tries to walk around his man, but can't do it. Now Simmons with it. Simmons takes a shot from a sharp angle. Stopped by Bolivar, and the rebound's corralled behind the net. Stretch pass up. Stepped up on and corralled by Pemberton, who fires it down, and Kings are very lucky they didn't get a penalty on that play for closing their hand on the puck. And we're going to have an icing call on the play. I've seen that call made a time or two where the defenseman catches it, double clutches with it in the glove, and then finally does put it down. And they have called it at times. I've seen crazier things in this game alone. 13:54 remaining. Face-off inside the Kings zone. Played down behind the net by Malik Stevens, but out of the reach of everyone. Lee covering up on the far point. Played across the ice. Strange bounce there as Malik Stevens was thinking of pinching in. Played back the other way quickly by the Jets. Just got the line and fires it in. Behind the net is Morrison. Tries to center it. It's off a stick. Kings have a man lurking behind the Jets D, but that pass doesn't reach. That one just about picked off by Lively. And that pass doesn't connect with Lee, and it'll end up down inside the Kings zone. Weston has it there. Played it off the boards. It'll be skated out now by Neufeld. Neufeld tries to go wide on McIntyre. McIntyre has him lined up. Finishes him in the corner. Puck's there. Neither one of the Jets can find it. Lee comes in, takes a run, centering pass, no one there for the Kings. Jets pick it up in transition here. Here's Crawley, tries to go around Amaro. He strips him of the puck. And they come back the other way is Corkum. His pass misses. Crawley trying to get there, chips it off the boards to himself, and then finishes his man LeBlanc in the corner, or in the half wall, pardon me. Here's the Jets. LeBlanc steps up, takes a shot towards the net. McIntyre has an opportunity, takes the fake shot. Oh, what a stop there from Bolivar on a really shifty shot from McIntyre. just patted it off the line. Not in a butterfly either. He was standing up. McIntyre might have caught him off guard there. Behind the net. Jets stumble there with the puck. McIntyre steps in and grabs it again, and he's shaken down. Tripping will be the call. Or, pardon, hooking. Oh, it looks like they both may be going. I've never liked this call, but Landon Culp for the hook, and I think they got McIntyre for holding part, maybe? They didn't quite make the sign as they got to the box, but regardless, we'll play some 5-on-5. Both men sit for 2 minutes. Off the draw, Sideric takes a shot towards the goal. It's blocked in front. Rebounds there as well. That's blocked as well. And that'll just get outside the line and almost intercepted by Smith McNeil of the Jets. Played off the boards and down. Into the middle. Slavuta just about had a chance on goal. Had it stripped at the last moment. Jets get it to the line, but not out. Quick pass connects there with Smith McNeil. He's closed on there. And it's offside at the line as Smith McNeil's knocked down. He'll have to tag up quickly. Here's Cole back the other way. Cole busts in through the middle. Has it chopped off his stick by the Jets defenseman. Here's Simmons, or pardon me, that's Ward. His pass connects with Phillips but rolls off his stick. Cole gains the line and fires it in deep. Jackman gives chase. Jackman walks around Black into the middle. Black strips that pass away. Chipped by the defenseman, but he does well. Sideric to come back to the puck. Into the middle. What a move. Shot. They score! What a great pass from the slot area onto the back door, and Tornitas has no chance for the tap-in goal. Mason Cole finishes the play. Jets had an opportunity to clear the zone and could not do it at the line. And the Kings make them pay. Take a 3-2 lead for their first lead of the game. 10:49 to go in the third period. Puck's chipped ahead into the Jets zone. Here's Stevens, rims it all the way around. Picked up there by Jador, but he bobbles it momentarily. Thompson spins off his man, gets it to Fraser. Fraser's shot wide of the goal. At the point is Weston. He plays it down low, into the middle, just chopped off Jador's stick. Wild shot, what a save! Oh, they score! The first shot goes wide of the goal. Rebound comes right back out into the low slot area, and that's buried as well. That one looks like it's Jordan Jackman of the Kings finds the rebound, and just like that, they've opened up a 2-goal lead on the Jets. 4-2 Kings. Jets have used their 30-second timeout to try and settle things down. Last few shifts, the Kings have really put a lot of pressure on the Jets inside their own zone, and they've been rewarded greatly for it with 2 quick goals. 10:24 to go in the game. Kings 4, Jets 2. Here's Pemberton off the draw, has the puck jump over his stick. He can't find it in his skates. Kings will look to attack again. Centering pass off of LeBlanc's skate and into the corner. Played up the half wall. Stopped there by Jackman. Played down low. Centering pass. Great stick there to negate that pass in front by McDonald. Chipped to the line and does just get out. Here's Corkum for the Kings. Regrouping at center. He gains the line and fires it in behind Tornitas. Penalty coming to the Jets, I believe. Head contact is the call. Colton Butters will head to the box, and the Kings will head back to the power play after opening a 2-goal lead over the Jets here in Membertou. .9:52 remaining in the game. Huge penalty kill here for the Jets if they want to still have this game in reach. Draws scrum, but LeBlanc comes away with the puck and fires it down the ice. Bolivar leaves it behind the net. Kings look to get things set up. And now they'll break things out. Pass up the wing just out of the reach of LeBlanc. He'll have to skate onto it and does. Foss McDonald on his tail, and he sits his man down. Puck's back to the point for Corkum. Corkum walks in, thinks about a shot, regroups. Now we have Lively on the half wall. Shot off a stick. Simmons gets a stick on it, and it'll dribble into the corner. Corkum down low with it. Plays it around. Connects here with LeBlanc. LeBlanc with lots of space. Gets it to Amaro. Amaro and LeBlanc will trade places. Cross to Lively. Passes behind him. He has to double clutch. That shot from the point is off a stick of Foss McDonald, and it'll ramp up and over the glass. Oh, pardon me. It looks like the penalty to Colton Butters turns out to be a 4-minute variety. So 3 minutes and 3 seconds remain in that penalty. Kings control the draw. Walked in. Blocker saved by Tornidas, and that'll jump up over the boards. Puck's chopped to the line, and it'll be finished by Francis. Bolivar stops it there for Siderik. Siderik's waiting for his mates to get ready and break this puck out of their zone. Pass ahead, connects there with Grincelli, pardon me. He'll go for a lap around the Jet zone. Gains possession for his team. Back to the point for Culp. Culp, lots of room to walk in. Quick slap shot. Gets through to Tornidas, who paddles it away. Back at the points, Romaine. Romaine shot. Stopped by Tornidas. Rebound sitting there. Found by McDonald. Got to the line and chopped down. Oh, actually, it's kept in. Francis tried to chip it around his man, but they keep it in at the line. Here's Grincelli walking around. Holds on to it. Plays it back to the point for Culp. Across to Siderik. Siderik down low. Pass back to the point. Here's Siderik into the middle. Culp thinks about a shot. That's blocked by Lee, and he's hobbled by that one. Here's Grincelli's shot. Blocked in front, and that'll ramp up over the glass. Two Jets out there sacrificing the body. Blair Francis and Parker Lee. But it looks to me like Lee is down. So we'll take a moment for an injury break. Hopefully Lee is okay. Took that block shot off the foot, it looked like. Parker Lee is up and walking to the bench. Going to take a few minutes for that one to settle down. A minute and 44 remaining now in the double minor for head contact to Colton Butters of the Jets. Controlled. Here's Lemoyne at the point. Cross to Weston. Weston looking for a lane. Fires it to the back door. Slavuta switches places. Cole finds Lemoyne. Lemoyne knocked down, and the puck sent down the ice by Stevens. Weston picks it up behind his goal. Walks out front. Walks around one man. Crawley shadowing him nicely. And that pass misses everyone and slides down the ice, and icing's waved off. Certainly no one touched that at center, but they allow it to play on. Shot from the point. Rebound there. Big save by Tornidas. And Stevens plays it off the boards, and it's kept in at the point. Lemoyne keeps it in and gets it down. Now it's Glover. Glover can't pick up the puck, and Pemberton will fire it down, and Jets will go for a quick change. Oliver misses it behind his net, but there's no Jet in the area to capitalize. Weston being forechecked there by Morrison. Morrison with it. Pins it along the boards nicely. Slavuta trying to dig it out. Finally does. Now we have Weston with it. 25 seconds remaining in the power play for the Kings. Here's Mason Cole. Goes wide, spins it back. Crawley there for the Jets, and he'll finish the job. Sends it down the ice. Kings trying to catch the Jets changing. Puck's played ahead. Crawley steps up, chips it ahead, but can't connect with Phillips. Phillips backhand play into the middle, misses Crawley, and they'll go for a change. That'll do it for the double minor to Butters as he's out of the box. Big kill for the Jets to stay in this game. Only 5:45 remaining in the third period, though. They need to get something going quick here. Phillips strips his man of the puck, and back the other way come the Jets. Good pass ahead by Phillips, connects with Smith McNeil. Quick shot on goal, rebound. They're saying a high stick made contact with the puck as it, bit of a lob shot comes into Bolivar. Phillips might have tried to take a swing at it. Faceoff's going to stay inside the zone, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but anyway. Quick shot off the draw, shut down by Bolivar. Off of Phillips. Puck's played around. LeBlanc keeps it in momentarily, and now the pass doesn't get through. Ward was there, behind the net. Pass in front, just out of the reach of Ward, and now back the other way with speed comes Jackman. Jackman's pass is negated by McIntyre. It's played ahead for Phillips. Phillips leaves it in the middle, but no Jet there. Big cross check, and he's knocked down. That's Ward, I believe. McIntyre stops that cross ice feed as well. Plays it ahead. McIntyre gets a second opportunity, gets it to Phillips. Here's Ward, back to Phillips. Phillips with a 2-on-2 rush here, takes a shot, and that's high and wide over the net. It'll ramp up and out of play. 4:36 left on the clock. Kings 4, Jets 2. Been a quality hockey game with quite a few penalties. Not a whole lot of flow to it at times, but both teams have worked very hard. Kings up 2 at the moment. Draws scrummed, finally comes free for Black at the point. Black puts it down to the corner. No one there for the Jets. Puck into the middle for Lively. Lively flips it down, and he'll give chase with McDonald on him. McDonald battles with Lively down in the corner. Neufeld comes in to help as well. He comes away with the puck. Tries to put it into the middle. Gets to LeBlanc, but he can't get the shot away initially. Gets another chance. Sharp angle shot. Nets off, unfortunately, but the referee allows it to play on. Pass ahead, connects with Phillips. Phillips has the puck stripped by Romaine, and it's played up the wing. Shot by Lee, and now Lively has some room to move. He needs a change, and he'll get the line and fire it in. Tornidas will leave it there. Here's Pemberton behind his net. Thinks about the long stretch pass, but has it taken away. Black back to Pemberton. Pemberton bobbles it. Has Chisholm on him, and it's passed ahead, but out of the reach of Phillips. Here's Romaine in his own zone. Reverses play, and he'll connect with Rincelli. He misses it. Pass in front, but no Jet there. Back to the point. Here's Stevens to Pemberton. His shot wide of the goal. Centering pass by Phillips. Doesn't get to its man Lee. And the Kings will come back 3-on-2. Chisholm tries to center, but it's off of Stevens and into the corner. Played to the open wing. Phillips can't get it by his pinching man. I think that's Weston. Two Kings battling two Jets in the corner. Puck finally comes free for Pemberton. Pemberton gets it ahead. Phillips tries a one-time feed. Gets through to Crawley, but he can't pick it up cleanly. And the Kings do well to chop it back outside. Pass connects there. Here's Weston. Has Phillips on him. Centering pass there. No one for the Jets in the area, though. And the Kings covering up very nicely in front of their own goal. Puck's played back the other way. 2-on-1 rush here. Grinelli shot. Pad saved by Tornidas. And the Jets live to fight another day here. Big check at center. And that's going to be an offside call, I believe. Actually, they allow it to play through. That was offside by a mile, if you ask me. But anyway. Kept in by Foss McDonald. Momentarily, he leaves it for McIntyre. McIntyre walks in, shoots just high and over the net. Kept in momentarily. Actually, it does slide outside the line. McDonald can't quite get there. And it's played out to center. Connected there with Slavuta. He walks around McIntyre. McIntyre battling him down to the corner. Reverse play doesn't work out for the Kings. Here's Simmons. He'll try to get the line, but he's stripped of the puck there by Amaro, and it's played right back down onto Tornidas. Bit of a pushing and shoving match there with Slavuta and McIntyre. Much ado about nothing, if you ask me. Good to see Parker Lee of the Jets back on the ice after blocking that shot. A minute and 17 seconds remaining in the game. Jets down 2 goals to the Kings, who've had a great third period. Kings control it, just trying to play keep away with the Jets here. And the Jets have an opportunity, but it slips through their fingers. Now the Kings will rag the puck a little bit more. Pass down to Cole, misses. LeBlanc chips it away from him. McIntyre picks the loose puck up, fires it across to Crawley. It's off his skate and down the ice. Amaro there for the Kings, plays it up the boards. Kept in by Lee. And the puck's in a bunch of bodies there just off the half wall, and Lee looks to be hurting yet again. Kings ragging it in their own zone. Cut to the middle. Here is Slavuta again, has a good back check there by Phillips, but he can't take it cleanly. He's being forechecked heavily from behind. Here's LeBlanc with it. Stretch pass just does get through to Phillips. Phillips tries to go wide on Amaro, into the middle, behind his player, directed on goal, stopped by Bolivar, rebounds there, quick shot, what a save by Bolivar yet again, and the whistle blows. A lot of pushing and shoving, a lot of why-I-oughtas happening between both teams right now. Only 5 seconds left on the clock. Jets give it a late push here, but too little too late. One more face-off should just about do it for this one. Jets are just taking Tornidas out of the net for this one last draw. Get 6 attackers on the ice. Off the drop, play to the back door, misses, and that'll slide down the ice. Misses the open net, but that'll do it for this one. Kings take it 4-2 over the Jets. Final shots on goal are 32-29 in favor of the Kings. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. My name is Jeff McIntyre for High Button Sports. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the rematch between the Jets and the Kings at 10:30. Bye-bye.